Something about this place brings me back, yeah, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, yeah, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
Curl a little. This looks really good, Todd. Looks really good. Will it roll? And
what
Thomas
a shot!
Oh, he just ticks it. He just ticks it. Will it curl? Will it curl?
Oh, big miss there, big. A little tight.
Oh, yes it is. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Good afternoon, fans of curling, fans of Cape Breton, fans of sports, fans of provincials. We are back here at the Sydney Curling Club on this bright, sunny, snowy afternoon for the last draw of round robin for the Nova Scotia Women's Club Championship. Look, one of the teams is walking on the boardwalk there. Yeah, I wonder which team that is. Anyway, yeah, so welcome everyone. My name is Sebastian Lafort. I'll be your commentator. For the time being, it is just me. We shall see if there's anyone else. But yeah, for the time being, you're stuck with me. This is the last draw of our round robin tournament here before we go to playoffs, which will be tonight at 7. Very important game, probably the most important game on the sheet right now, where it's looking like the winner of this game will be in, the loser of this game will be out. So we are talking about Pool B right now. There's also action from Pool A at the same time. So let's talk about Pool C and Pool D right quick. So in Pool C and Pool D, that play is already finished up. The top team in every pool gets automatically to the playoffs, for sure, no matter what. So that means Team Thomas, Team Adams-Moss is definitely in the playoffs. Then it's the next best 4 that go to the playoffs after that. So that's why we can't really confirm anything right now until this draw is done. If there's any ties, it goes by draw the button scores. But 2-1 teams are most likely safe. Actually, I think they are safe now that I'm looking at it because, they will be safe. So all the 2-1 teams are safe looking at the draw here. So that means Thomas, Melnick, Adams-Moss, and Thompson are all making it to the playoffs tonight. Meanwhile, Patty Merrigan, top of Pool B, she's for sure in. She's going to be top of the pool even if she loses this next game. And I believe it might be the same for Tanya Phillips. Or no, Tanya, no, I think actually Tanya might not be completely safe yet, but probably. I haven't looked at that. But okay, yeah. So if Tanya Phillips loses to Rush in her next game, she is not guaranteed. But Patty Merrigan is. Then these next spots are a little tough. So today we have Armstrong versus Collier. Both teams are at 1-1. So one of these teams will drop to 1-2, which possibly will mean that they are out. So we're going to start the game. You can see the teams on the screen right now. We've already had Team Collier play one game with us, as the teams now vanish. I guess we'll go back to them in a second. First throw of the game, though, that is Team Armstrong that is throwing the first rock. Means Team Collier has hammer. And just 2 draw the buttons before the game. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so Team Collier has hammer. That is skipped by Jennifer Collier. Bria McDonald at mate, Nicole LeBlanc at second, and Colleen Semioto at lead. And Team Armstrong, we have Michelle Armstrong as skip, Mary Mason at mate, Abby Miller at second, Julie McFoy at lead. And Team Armstrong actually won the National Club Championship title, I think, 2 years ago. So they won Nova Scotia, then they also won the national event. So a very good team here, and Team Collier is also a very good team as well. So this should be a really good match. We see Team Collier tries to draw to the wings. Team Armstrong will now try to just hit and roll in. That's Julie McAvoy throwing right now. And while I'm talking about her, let me give out a shout out. A shout out to the kids, Edie, Myra, and husband Joel watching at home. So hello, please chat if you want. I'm monitoring the chat. I'll say hi to anyone. And also to Furby and Stitch. So Furby and Stitch, if you might not be able to chat, but you can bark. So if you're listening in, Furby and Stitch, you can bark. And Edie, Myra, or Joel, say hi to us in the chat. We'd love to chat with you. But yeah, that's a shout out for Julie McAvoy. Elliot LeBlanc says there could end up being 5 different 2-1 teams for 4 spots. Elliot, I think you're right, but if I'm not mistaken, and which I could be mistaken, I believe one of those 2-1 teams would be Patty Merrigan, who would be top of her pool. Therefore, she gets one of the spots regardless. But if I'm missing another team, which is very possible, then maybe that's not what you're talking about. And that just gets out. Very lucky there on that hit. But yeah, regardless of the 2-1 teams, this is a pretty much a must-win for both of these teams playing at least. So a lot of pressure on this game. And that pool could have 3 teams, 2-1. Phillips. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you are right about that. Yeah, so I guess 2-1 isn't confirmed yet. So ignore what I said about pools C and D. Nathan Toner's asking, do we have an updated LSD standings? Oh, okay. We're doing that right now. When we do that, we'll take a picture of it, or we'll get it to you somehow. So stay tuned on the stream. We'll give you the updated LSD standings once that, and that'll actually be for the entire round robin. So yeah, we'll post that as soon as we get it. Currently, it's being calculated. Sorry, I'm not talking right now. I'm listening in on a conversation about the LSD throws. That's the last stone draws. Apparently there was some interesting draws earlier in this draw where I heard a peel weight draw that did not stick, and then a not peel weight but a very quick weight draw that had no handle and stuck around in the back 8. Yeah. Oh, now people are complaining I'm not talking, but yeah, okay. Well, so hello. I'm talking now, I guess. It's a lot going on right now. Okay, gotta do this. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, but you've probably heard me complain about this, which is it's my own fault, so I don't know why I'm complaining. But I am tracking stats for my own amusement, and for the teams if they're interested, and for you guys if you're interested. At the same time as commentating, and then through all these other conversations, I'm now behind. So I'm just trying to get caught up right now. Thank you. Oh, turn. That was a great shot. Okay, we're back. As we have Bria McDonald up now, throwing this hit, and this rock is curling a mile. Does that get there? You got to get this red out, and oh boy, that one does stick around. That is very unfortunate. I say that because now Team Armstrong has the chance to draw in just really anywhere on that side of the house, and Team Collier might get forced to 1 point after an end that was looking like a blank. Which is, and they played this well, really. They played this end really well too. I have some suggestions for a co-commentator as well. For those of you at home who might not know him, Stephen Leslie. He's a past club champion at the club, and I've been told that he's been asked to commentate. So you never know. You never know. Stephen whipped around there when I said his name, so it seems that he might not be as interested as some of these other people who are interested in him. It was a great spot. That draw ended up for Team Armstrong. It's very hard to double and even to roll over to that other rock, so a great spot, even though it is behind the tee line. And this blue is sailing out. Maybe can they ricochet and get that back one? No, they cannot. And that is another missed takeout. And now if you're Armstrong, this is kind of a tricky spot where do you put it? Do you put it maybe top house, or do you guard the one on the side? But why would you do that? And yeah. Nathan also has a recommendation for a commentator, which it might have been the same as the one before. Michelle Armstrong, she's sliding down the ice right now, and we're gonna give some shout out to her fam jam, Anna, Alex, and husband TJ. And there's more. Okay, Anna, Alex, husband TJ, her dog Wrigley, and all of her nieces and nephews. So hopefully all of you are watching. That's a great crowd. That'll boost our viewer count. And if you are, leave us a comment and leave us a chat message, and we'll say hi. I will say hi myself, because I only say hi if it's actually coming from the chat. These are just messages that are relayed to me. I'm very strict about that. Okay, Michelle Armstrong trying to draw in here. It'd be nice to sit 3 without hammering this end. And yeah, that's a great spot. Probably have it biting 8 foot a bit, or just leave it there. Nice throw. Now if you're Jen Collier, you probably need to hit and roll, maybe try to force a weird hit. Not sure. And speaking of Jen, we had some fun facts about the team, and I'm going to say more of them as this game goes on. But this was Jen's first time in Sydney, so I hope she was able to check out Cafe by the Bay, our End One sponsor on Charlotte Street, while she was here. I haven't talked to her about it, so hopefully. But yeah, Cafe by the Bay, End One sponsored. They have coffee, as in the name. They have tea. They have a special announcement on Wednesday that it will only be in person. So if you are curious or want to figure out what it is, then you should head down to Cafe by the Bay on Wednesday. And if you're from away, like I see the people in the chat, you're not from here, you're from Halifax, so you should drive down just for this special announcement. Head over to the Cafe by the Bay, and I can assure you, you will not be disappointed. This rock here looks like it doesn't curl enough for any roll, and it rolls out the other way, and Michelle is going to have the exact same draw, just to kind of put some pressure on Team Collier there. Elliot LeBlanc says in the chat, I vote Ken Kehoe for co-commentator. Is Ken... I'm looking around. I don't know if he's here. Is Kenny Kehoe here? He's not here, sadly, so that might not be possible, but we'll get him on the phone. I'm sure he'd want to. Maybe not. But I like the suggestion. I really like the suggestion. Yeah, Michelle looking to put this rock pretty much the same spot. You don't want to be too far because then Jen will just have a hit and stick, which it is going to be a little too far. So does make the hit a little easier now. Where as long as you hit and stick or like have a small roll, you will get a point here, which isn't ideal for Team Collier. So good job, Team Armstrong, on this force, but it isn't the toughest shot in the world for the 1 point, but sometimes those are the ones that are hard. So last draw coming up, and number 1, Team Collier throwing blue, looking to get 1 point. Shooting against 3 right now. Let's go. Sweeping to keep this one straight. Her last one didn't curl enough. This one looks like it's the opposite problem. And does she get any of that red? She does get one. Does she? Oh, she does get a second one too. Boy, that was lucky. And looks like Team Armstrong does get a steal of 1, but Team Collier must be happy that could have been disaster. That was almost a steal of 3. Another couple inches of curl and it would have been. So steal of 1, Team Armstrong, 1-0 after the first end. You can hear Nadine Drover, hometown girl, yelling hard on sheet 1. That is the team of Patty Merrigan, who is guaranteed playoffs. They are playing another hometown team. That's Carrie Crest from the Schooner Curling Club. And I believe Patty's team has scored based on the claps. We'll be giving you score updates across all sheets during this draw. However, if we're too slow on it, or you have a specific sheet you're interested in, please just let us know in the chat, and we will get that scored to you as quick as possible. This is a center guard going up here for Team Armstrong, and it is on the center line, which is good. The no-tick rule is in effect, which means that any rocks on the center line cannot be moved off for the first 5 rocks. So you always want that center guard to be on the center line. Very important as a lead now. Now, once again, Team Collier is going to try to draw to the wings. Last end, it wasn't working actually that bad until a couple of takeouts that flashed. But yeah, it's still. I think Team Armstrong is a pretty good hitting team. So drawing wide open, I feel like they're gonna possibly go after it or be able to hit it. And no, I am wrong. I am wrong. Oh, maybe I'm not. Spoke too soon. It is a hit. And this rock doesn't get out. And oh my god, it pushes it behind the center guard. That is a very unlucky miss. It's hard to do that, especially with that takeout weight. And Team Collier now has a chance to lie two with one kind of buried, even though it's behind the tee line. As Team Collier's throwing right now, I want to do a shout out. Shout out to Skipper, who's watching from Newfoundland. So hello, Skipper. If you're watching and you want to chat, please send us a hello message. But yeah, shout out to Skipper in Newfoundland. It's a really good spot for that draw. You don't want it to be too high up and give a double opportunity for Team Armstrong. There's absolutely no double there at this time, so very good draw by Team Collier. And looking set up, although it's early, for potentially getting two in this end. They're sweeping this one to keep it straight. There it's going. It's looking pretty good. You don't want this to roll out, though. It'd be nice if this stays in the 8-foot, which it does. It's a nice shot. And good weight there. That was I timed a 10-7. So that's seconds hog to hog, which is a nice, easy weight. So even if you do hit the rock thin like that, you still are able to stick around. And now it looks like Team Collier is going to start drawing behind that center, which I think is a good idea now that there's two rocks behind there. A little more protection for any of their rocks behind that guard. Another shout out, or more fun facts, I think, from Team Collier. I was sent these earlier. They can always be found on the ice with Jolly Ranchers. So, yeah, Jolly Ranchers. And fun fact, Jennifer lost one in a game on the ice, but 3-second rule was in effect, and it was clean and good to go. So that's their fun fact about Jolly Ranchers. But if it wasn't clean, and even after the 3-second rule, and she got sick from it being on the ice, she could have possibly gone to our N2 sponsor, the Medicine Shop, for some Jolly Rancher fixer-upper. I don't know. What do you have if you're sick? I don't know. Pepto... Halls? That's cough. I don't know. Well, you can get medicine. So, yeah, Medicine Shop is our N2 sponsor. They're our gold sponsor for this event. And we're happy to have them. They are... Oh, look at this double coming up. Oh, it's a jam. But nice shot. Gets rid of one of those blues at least. But yeah, where was I at? Medicine Shop. Yeah, so Medicine Shop, thank you for providing the sponsorship. If you want to check out the Medicine Shop, they're located on Welton Street. They now have a clinic, a primary care clinic, so you can get some rapid testing. You can get quick access to any care to start feeling better faster than possible other routes. So yeah, if you want to, if you're feeling ill or just want a checkup of some sorts, maybe go to the Medicine Shop, talk to them, and they'll get you covered, sorted out. So thank you, Medicine Shop, N2 sponsor. The draw isn't fully buried behind the guard, but it is halfway there, so it's very hard to do any sort of double. Oh my. I'm looking at, I got handed a phone for sheet updates. Sheet 1, Team Marigan's leading 5-0 over Team Cress. On Sheet 3, Team Legay's leading 2-0 over Team Boutelier. And it is 0-0 after the first end for Rushton versus Phillips. So we will keep providing you some updates as these games go on. And that hit over curls, and suddenly Blue is lying to with hammer, has a chance to put a third one in the rings potentially, or guard up their already shot stone. I kind of like splitting the house potentially, yeah. This end has really shifted. Not that it was looking bad for Team Collier earlier, but they wasn't looking like they were going to get 3 at least. So a little change of fate there, and looking good in the second end to score multiple and maybe take the lead in this game. I think I heard the sweeper say back 8. I think that was our sheet. Might have been another one. This does look a little heavy. Really nice if this sticks around. I got a 13-5 on this, and that would have been through earlier today, and I think it's through now. Yeah. It's unfortunate, and there is a double attempt now with that guard out of the way. It's a lot easier. Just have to hit a little off nose on the center line side of this rock. But as long as you get one of these out, or that top one out, and kind of stay over the other one, it makes Team Collier's next shot much harder. As we have made Mary Mason throwing this rock. Shout out to family, Finn and Maeve, and Dan the Man. Dan the Man, if you're watching this game, hello. And Mary says hi. So, yeah, so, and leave a comment. There's been very little comments. Thank you, Elliot and Nathan, for keeping this chat going, but it's been very dead besides you two. So, yeah, please, we are desperate. I'm desperate for anyone. Okay, Bria has a chance now at drawing again. Her last one was just through. Let's see if she could tone back the weight a little. The sweepers are not even near this one right now. And this does look heavy again. I got exactly the same time on this one. Maybe a little different path, but no, that is through the house once again. Yeah, Team Armstrong, it'd be nice if they stick around. You always want to stick on these so you kind of force the other skips to not throw a draw. I say that because as someone who throws fourth stones and skips the game, it's always nice to have kind of free draws just to like practice and test your draw weight. Because when you need it eventually, you kind of like having those practice throws. Not that it's completely necessary, but that's kind of one of the reasons why you like to stick around on these, because you don't want the other skip to get their draw weight. But at the end of the day, Michelle just needs to hit this one out. And this one needs to curl a bit. I don't think you're going to stick around if you hit it. Does she hit any of it? She does. Rolls right out. And Jen does have a free draw now, so let's see what side she decides to pick. This might be the out turn. As Kevin Guthrow says, Bastion is the best announcer on the stream today. Yeah, between me and Stephen Leslie, I'm the best announcer. You are right, Kevin. I should say Kevin Guthrow -JY7EC. And Kevin, if you want to come down to the curling club today, you should. We don't like you just in the chat here. Jeez. Okay. Jen throwing her first draw of this end. Let's see if she can get it in a nice spot. It'd be nice to put it as far over as she can. It makes the takeout a little tougher for Team Armstrong. Got a 15-2 on this one. So definitely good weight, knock sailing through. And yeah, that looks to be almost on the tee line. Kevin Grother said he heard it's standing room only. It's the place to be this weekend. Yes, it really is. I see a bunch of people standing. I see a bunch of people sitting. There's still room in places. We can double stack some people. So if you want to come down to the curling club to watch some games, please do. It's a fun time. Michelle's thrown essentially the same hit. It's a little further out, but her last one did stay a bit straight. So essentially what she just threw, and she'll have it. That being said, this one is curling. Can they hold it? I think they will. And that's a great shot by Michelle. And looks like we're going to have a blank attempt by Team Collier, who are probably a little disappointed because they had a really good shot at least 2 this end, at 3 at one point. And it just kind of evaporated on them. There's a chat in the corner about pickleball. Stephen Leslie's interested in starting the sport. He wants to be a pickler. Okay, last rock and number 2. Team Collier looking for the blank. This one is curling a lot. I don't know if they're going to be able to roll this out, and no, they do not. That is a force, an unenforced error. And a 1 point on the board for Team Collier. And it is now tied 1-1 after 2 ends. When I say a force, you want to score 2 with hammer. That's always the case. So if you're ever forced to one like that, so you're not really that happy because it means the other team will get hammer back and they'll have a chance now to get more than one. And it makes the game a little more out of reach. Okay, first rock coming down, end number 3. Sweepers are on it right away. Wanting to get this nice center guard. We can see a blank house here. It's very beautiful. Our producers have not shifted. Oh. Thankfully, Ice Maker Benito De Lorenzo has saved the day. He has changed the screen for us. Thank you, Benito. We are so happy about that. So Team Armstrong looking to draw behind this center guard now. Try to get this somewhere top house. Ideally probably 8 foot or 4 foot, but can't have this too deep because it might leave Team Collier a chance to kind of shrink the scoring area a bit. And this is a sheet update coming up right now. Okay, we have Team Bootlier shooting last right now. They are, are they 1? I don't think they're 1. I think Red is sitting 1 shot. And I'm not sure what this shot is. Oh, it's a draw, and you can't see them, but they are close to the house, and there they are, and that's a crash, and I think it's a steal of 1. So Cynthia Bootlier giving up 1 point in the second end, going down 3-0 after 2 ends. Over here we have a takeout attempt. I didn't realize that Red actually peeked out the other side. And look at that. Team Collier is able to get to nose and hit that one out. A really good throw there by lead Colleen. As now Julie McAvoy looks to do the exact same thing. Just follow that rock down. Try to hit it out, but you can't overthrow this. We saw some rocks earlier in the tournament stay kind of straight on this line. So got to make sure that you throw enough weight to make this curl. Out of her hand, it does look maybe a little heavy. This does need to come over. I don't know if she's going to get to nose, but she is going to hit this blue out. Does she stick around? And oh, actually, wow, that really came up at the end. A nice throw there by Julie. Team Collier is going to try to probably roll behind this guard. There's a lot more of this red exposed, and we saw with the curl, it's definitely possible. So try to throw this kind of the same way. And get a small roll behind the guard and make this really tough. Now it's curling a ton. They might have overcooked it. Did they overcook it? It's going to pop out the other side. And yeah, just a little tricky spot there with the curl. It doesn't look like it's going to come over, and then all of a sudden it really does. So yeah, too much of a roll on that one. As second now for Team Armstrong, she's throwing Abby Miller. Abby is the last but not least in terms of shoutouts. So let me give Abby's shoutouts to Hudson, daughter Georgina, her mother Gail, and her husband Jody, and of course her dog Fergie. So hello all of you watching at home. Send us a message if you're watching. Send us a like, a heart, a subscribe, whatever you want. Send me a pizza. 619 George Street, Sydney. But yeah, thank you for supporting us, and hopefully you enjoy watching your mother, daughter, or wife play, or dog mother for Fergie. So yeah, hope you enjoy this game, and Abby is happy you're watching. This rock here looks to be also curling a ton. I don't know if it's going to stick around, and I don't know if it's going to hit it. Oh my goodness. That is a flash. And all of a sudden, Team Armstrong has maybe a chance at 2 here if they can get one buried behind this guard. So yeah, you just got to make sure you're not too deep here. You don't want to give a hit and roll on top of this one that's being thrown right now. So anywhere like kind of 8 foot, maybe 4 foot, is a good spot. Does look like it might be a little heavy, the sweepers are indicating. So I think if it is heavy, you need to go all the way back with this. Make sure the double's really steep. Yeah, that's a great spot, actually. And not perfect, but like I said, you need to just make sure the double is in there now that you have a chance to score 2. So that's why you saw their own team sweeping that one. I have a sheet update for you on sheet number 1. Team Cress has gotten 2 points. It is 5-2 Team Merrigan over Cress after 2 ends. Bria McDonald throwing this rock now. It's given some fun facts about Team Collier yesterday. Some of those fun facts are about Bria, so let me give you one of them. Oh dear. That's an unfortunate miss there. But yeah, Bria has never had KFC before. That's what I was going to say. And she's also a dog mom. Speaking of Abby a few seconds ago and dog Fergie, Bria dog mom is Delilah, chocolate lab pit bull mix. So hello Delilah if you were watching at home as well. Send us a woof. Now, Team Armstrong has a chance to lie 3 here with hammer. It's been a very swingy game. We saw last end Team Collier also had a chance to lie 3 with hammer, and then it kind of evaporated. So we'll see if Team Armstrong might be able to capitalize on a similar situation. And this does look really good. It doesn't go behind the guard, but it's a good guard for that rock that's shot right now. And there is a double opportunity, so let's see if Bria is able to make this takeout. She had a few misses wide and over curling on her lately, so might be the rocks. It might be just a little bit trying to be a little bit too perfect on some hits like this, but you just need to get one out here. That's the main thing. And she's definitely getting one, and just the one. So that's a good throw there by Bria, and honestly, the blue is in a good spot. Michelle was considering hitting it there, but I'd be a little. You're already sitting 2. I'd be a little nervous about that. You don't want this rock to run straight and accidentally run it back into the red, which we have seen. Well, we haven't seen that happen, but we've seen rocks run straight here. So do need to be a little careful. While this is, like, if you make this, it's great because you blue won't have a stone to promote anymore. You don't want to make shots for your opponent. That's the main thing. Sweepers are indicating the weight's a little up from the original call, which I don't know what that was. Now, this rock is curling right now. I think, yeah, they're fine definitely for line. And, yeah, that's a great shot. A little nerve-wracking because it stayed out for so long, but good weight thrown there by Mary. And, yeah, red is sitting 3 now with hammer. Can't really ask for much better than that when you get to skip stones, which will be happening. Jennifer Collier now needs to definitely roll on this one. You really can't be, you really can't hit nose. You need to hit the rock. So I guess if you're gonna miss, you make sure you get it out. But if you're gonna give up 3 if you nose twice here, you need to make that roll on one of these 2 next shots. Curling isn't the only sport that Jen plays. She's a retired CPGA teaching professional, golf. So our local pro / curler, Wes Stanford, was very impressed when he heard that the other day. So Jen is a multi-talented athlete. And oh dear, that was almost very lucky for the double, but it was hit a little too thin on the outside. And there is a jam, and now one of those reds is exposed at least, but red is still sitting 2. And Michelle has a chance to make this draw really good. She can get behind the guard kind of in the 4-foot, even the 8-foot. Jen's probably going to have a tough double on her next one to give up 2 maybe, so... yeah, if you're Team Collier now, you're really just kind of hoping for some sort of miss on Michelle's shot, because if not, they're going to be in a tough situation. And if you're Team Armstrong, you're just hoping for anything really behind that guard, and then you're going to be cruising, hopefully. Sweepers are on it right away. You can see them switching now, trying to make this one curl. Little stumble there by Julie McAvoy, but she recovers. And sweepers are switching again. This one is very light, it looks like. Yeah. 17 seconds hog to hog, and even with the sweepers on it right away, all the way, that still ends up being a tight guard. And looks like Jen has a chance to get out of this if she makes this double. It's a huge shot coming up for Team Collier now, but at the very least, as long as she makes contact with this red, it's looking like they're only going to give up at most 2 here, which is nice, especially considering the state of the house a shot or 2 ago. In the chat, we have Georgia Miller saying, "Go Abby Miller." That's daughter Georgia. Yes, sorry, I'm looking at my list of names. I've been given like 20 names, so you have to forgive me for forgetting. But glad you're watching, Georgia, and cheering on Team Armstrong. I'm cheering on good curling, but I'm glad that supporters of both teams are in the chat. It's nice to see. Okay, last shot coming for Team Collier now in the third end. Jennifer's looking to get a double takeout to bail her team out of trouble here. Let's see if she can make this. Sweeper's on it. Now trying to make this curl. Does need to curl a bit more. Can they go maybe across the face? No, they can't. It does get one of the reds out, though. So, great shot by Team Collier in order to at least limit some of the damage. As we look, we have a sheet update now on sheet number 1. That's the Coastal Golf sheet. As Patty Merrigan has a hit and stick for 1, 2, and I think that is 3 red. So she goes up 8-2 after 3 ends. That is Patty Merrigan, who is confirmed top of this pool. So they extend their lead by even more after 3. As we go back and look at our sheet now, we have the last draw coming up for Michelle Armstrong. She needs to hit paint to get 2 points. Came up a little short on her last draw, just needs a bit more weight on this one. Let's see if she has it. As Cynthia Murphy says, "Go Team Armstrong" in the chat. So another Team Armstrong supporter cheering them on. Good to see. And this rock definitely looks a lot better. Sweepers aren't really close to it now, but I think it will stick around. Yeah, it has that backing. And very nice throw there by Michelle as Team Armstrong converts on the hammer. They get 2 points and take a 3-1 lead after 3 ends. So that's 3-1 Armstrong over Collier after 3 ends. These are 8-end games for those of you at home that might not know. 30 minutes of thinking time. That is the time not where they're not throwing, where they're thinking. I mean, hopefully. And there is a 4th end break. So after this end, there'll be a 5-minute break, and we will take a 5-minute break and talk to you in a bit. But yeah, but before that, we have the 4th end to play. So let's get to it. And Team Armstrong looking to put this one right in the house after going up now by 2 instead of putting up a center guard. Sorry for no overhead shot. Producer Devin has vanished. He has disappeared. Oh, he was getting, I think, the LSD score. So Nathan Toner, if you're looking or watching at home, we hopefully have those to you very shortly. This is the corner guard here by Team Collier, but this one is over curling by a lot. Almost outside of the ring, so I don't know if that one's going to come into play later on. You really usually want to guard up at like 8 foot, say, to like almost the edge of the 12 foot. Oh. We have another supporter of Team Armstrong, Ed Garandel, 6860 in the chat. So lots of supporters of Team Armstrong tonight. Or not tonight, jeez. This afternoon. I haven't left the curling club, so I've been here forever, I feel. It's a vortex. So Team Collier is going to see if they can utilize that that side corner guard as best they can. They really need to curl this one over, though, in order to make use of it. But you still can do that, so see how they do. I have some more sheet updates for you as well. Sheet number 4, Team Tanya Phillips scored 2 on Team Rushton. So 2-0 Phillips over Rushton, and they're playing the 4th end. And on sheet 3, Team Bootlier got 2, so it is 3-2 Legay over Bootlier on sheet 3. And once again, if you're looking for any specific sheet updates and we haven't said them in a while, please just ask. We are more than happy to provide those updates for you. And that rock goes through the rings. And yeah, that's unfortunate. And we do have the LSD ranking sheet. Let's make up a little graphic for that, maybe. Oh, never mind. Sorry. We're going to read out some of the LSD scores. So where do I start? Okay, number 1. So, well, these are the confirmed teams in the playoffs. We have Patty Merrigan, Jill Thomas, Jocelyn Adams Moss. Jill Thomas, she had the best LSD ranking. That is Jill Thomas, best LSD ranking. Followed by Tanya Phillips, who is playing right now. So Tanya Phillips, she is the second best LSD ranking in the tournament, okay? Number 3 is Selena Thompson. Selena lost today. She's 2-1. So it looks like she's going to be also in the playoffs for sure now, I think, with that LSD ranking. 4th, Jocelyn Adams Moss, who is in the playoffs already. Then Michelle Armstrong. So Michelle, who is playing right now, they're 5th, and followed by Jen Collier at 6th. So both of these teams are 5th and 6th for LSD rankings, which is great. 7th is Michelle Melnick, who dropped the 2-1 earlier today. 8th is Cynthia Bootlier, who is sadly, I think, out at this time. Well, actually, if she wins, I shouldn't say that. We're at 8th for LSD. That might be okay if a bunch of things happen. 9 is Carrie Kress, 10 is Patty Merrigan, 11 Lisa McDonald, 12 Andrea Rushton. And if you have any other asks, I'm going to stop right now in terms of who is what for the LSD rankings. But if I missed anyone or you didn't catch any, just ask, and we might try to whip up a graphic for you later. See there, Team Collier did roll out on that one, which is unfortunate. It's a perfect spot behind the guard, but it isn't out of the rings. That's why you don't want that guard so far over, because even though that rock is deep enough, it's outside the rings. Team Armstrong is looking to guard this rock, and that is a perfect spot. Wow. Yeah, it's can't really get much better than that, and it's even in a good spot that I don't even think it's. Well, I shouldn't say it's not possible, but it's very hard to hit and roll on the rings. Because if you're Team Collier, you really want to score 2 this end, so you're going to need to get another blue in there eventually. As we have Nicole LeBlanc throwing right now. Nicole has played with Jen for this quadrennial cycle. So they played for 4 years together. Didn't make the Olympics, sadly, but who knows? They might be back in another 4 years, looking to play the trials maybe. But for now, they're playing at the Nova Scotia Women's Club Championship. And looks like Team Armstrong's just going to look to put that guard back up, and I think that's a good idea because what else are you going to do? Blue isn't sitting any, so may as well guard your very nice shot in the house. This also looks to be a very nice guard. It does need to curl over a bit more, though. Actually, wow, that didn't finish as much as some of those other rocks. It's a little unfortunate. Great weight on that one, and even like lighter weight, so it's funny it didn't come over as much. So this might be the out that Team Collier needed. See if they can hit, and it'd be nice if they can stick around, especially on the edge of the rock. Not at the edge of the rock, on the edge of the rings, kind of behind all those guards. Okay, Bria McDonald. She's never had KFC. She's a competition trained coach and dog mom. Can she make this hit and roll? She's making the hit, and she is going to roll, but she might roll a little too far with this one. And oh boy, not enough weight or not enough action on the rocks, and that red stays in and is possibly even more covered now. And yeah, if you're Team Armstrong, I think you just draw in behind this guard. Have a chance to... Oh, back 8, I heard the sweeper's call. You need to be careful then. You don't want to accidentally knock your red already in the house and put it in a worse spot, like behind the tee line or for fully exposed. And that was a really good sweep to be able to get to nose to that. But that red, they do tap to the back of the forefoot. So if Team Collier's willing to risk it, they could potentially draw in there, and it might be hard to remove a blue. But it also is probably smart to get rid of one of those reds while it's still visible. So it looks like Team Collier's deciding to play. I'm assuming this isn't a straight peel. You kind of have to get one of those other reds in the house if you're playing this. Because if not, Team Armstrong's just going to put it right back up, I think, and make it even better. Bria McDonald throwing the weight here. Really needs to curl. She definitely has the peel, though. Actually, can you get one of these blues in? Oh, that's too bad. But it does open it up, but I think Team Armstrong's going to have a chance to put up this guard in an even better spot now. In order to make this guard, we'll see Michelle need to take quite a bit of ice, so the ice might be a little green out there. And speaking of greens, our N4 sponsor is the Lakes Golf Course. So thank you to the Lakes for sponsoring us. Normally do a little like competition where if you get 4 points in the fourth end, your team wins. Your team wins a golf pass to the Lakes in tournaments on stream. However, this time we decided to give away 4 passes to one of the lucky teams in this tournament, which we were supposed to draw last night, and then we were supposed to draw this morning. However, we have it set up. There's a wheel on the screen. After this draw, we will be drawing for 4 passes to the Lakes for one of these teams. So a lucky team will walk away at the end of round robin with 4 passes to one of the most beautiful golf courses on the island, in the province, which is the Lakes Golf Course. So, yeah, thank you to the Lakes for sponsoring us and giving our players, giving 4 players some great golf passes. That guard sadly overcurled a bit on Michelle, so it looks like Jen Collier now has a shot at probably hidden rolling, get buried behind. That's probably your only way to get more than 1 point here. If you try the double, I feel that you're gonna leave your rock exposed, or it's gonna be really tight to the guard at least. Okay, Jen Collier throwing her first rock of end number 4, looking to hit one of these reds out, maybe make a double, but try to sit and have this rock in a scoring position. This looks tight. Needs to get by the guard. Do they get by? Yes, they do. Does she have the double? Yes, she does. Great shot by Jen Collier there. What a shot. Got really close to the guard. And now Michelle Armstrong, she can probably see half of this rock. She needs to just make sure it goes away. Here we go. Look at this replay. We have 1 red, 2 reds, and then no reds. But yeah, actually, wow, I didn't realize that that's pretty much half or maybe a little over half buried. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you got to be really careful for this. You don't really care about staying, while nice, and it's definitely better if you do. When the rock is this buried, you got to just make sure it goes, because if you ever wreck on the guard here, I'm wondering if there's ever a shot to kind of split for 3 on the other side. You see Garth and Athenson going with the mop behind the boards there. One of our great ice volunteers this weekend. Okay, Michelle Armstrong needs to hit out this blue on her last shot in the 4th end. The sweepers say we got lots. This should curl, and here it goes. Here it goes. Does she have this? I think she does. This looks to be a really good shot. Does that blue get out, though? Yes, it will. Perfect shot by Michelle Armstrong there. Great weight, great sweeping, and great line calling. That was a team shot by Team Armstrong, who have now forced a shot for the blank in almost the same spot as 2 ends ago when Jen Collier dead jammed her blank attempt and got forced to 1 instead. Okay, last rock, end number 4. Jen Collier looking for the blank attempt. Made a great shot on her first one, and she followed it up with a good shot on her second. They are sweeping for straight right now, sweeping to keep this one straight. They dead jammed it last time. Will they dead jam it again and get forced to 1? Yes, they will. That is 1 blue. 1 blue for Team Collier. They are, well, actually, okay. They are looking at these other 2 blues. And I think there might be a measure here. From our overhead angle, it's definitely out. However, it is definitely worth checking, or like it's definitely going to look different when you're looking over top it. And I do know that these were the rings. This sheet had rings that were the most off, but I think they're off in the other way. So I think they actually appear a little bit larger in some spots than they actually are. So the rings are not small, but that's what I'm saying. So if it's close, I'd be more likely to say that it's out. But let's see. So a measure for 2 points. It's 1 blue for sure. Is it 2? It is not 2. It is 1 blue. That is a force. And 3-2 for Team Armstrong over Collier after 4 ends. It is now the 4th end break. I was told that Team Collier is going to be waving right now to Nicole's dad, William, who's watching at home. So are they waving? They told me they would be. And if not, I'll wave to you, William. So at home, if they are, we can't see them. But yeah, I'll wave to you. William watching at home, 4th end break. And yeah, we will be back in about 5 minutes. So let's listen to some ads first, and then some music, and then we'll take a little break, go grab a coffee or something, and we'll be right back.
This live stream is brought to you by The Curling Store, Medicine Shop, Mercer Fuels, The Lakes Golf Course, Destination Cape Breton, Daniel's Ale House and Eatery, Cafe by the Bay, and McIntyre Chev.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.
And guess who's back? The Sydney Curling Club live stream. The fourth end break is complete. And, yeah. Oh, actually, look at the times. 30 minutes for 8 ends. That is Team Collier, who is now below 15. So they're going to need to make up a little bit of time this half of the game. But not hard to do. Well, it is hard to do if you're down, I guess, by 1 point without hammer. But, yeah, just a couple clean ends is all they need. And they definitely didn't want this one in, I don't think. Especially down by a point. And yet, Michelle is going to be happy to just hit this one out now, play it nice and simple. And unless Team Collier wanted to put this one in, maybe to save on a bit of time, which is possible. And perfect hidden stick there. Yeah, this is definitely going to save some time for both teams. Not that Team Armstrong was too pressed for time, but this will save. This will save some time when it's just hit. That being said, it's going to be very boring for us. So, well, actually, this might make it a little more interesting, or at least it might make the strategy a little more interesting. But I feel like Michelle is going to be fine just playing it nice and simple and hitting out some rocks. She's up 1 with hammer in an uneven end. She probably wants to get the hammer back in an even end if she can. So she might be looking at a blank, or might be thinking about a blank as of right now. We have Mike Strang in the chat. He's cheering on the Lakeshore, the Lakeshore team in this game, but Lakeshore teams in general. As this rock rolls out, so let's see what Jen decides to call. Okay, she's just going right in. So honestly, they might be just trying to save some time here, especially now that the guards didn't go up early, or a guard didn't go up early. And which, honestly, I mean, if you want to save time, it is in this end, because this is the furthest from the end of the game at this point. I gave you some fun facts about Nicole yesterday. I missed one, or I shouldn't say I missed one. I didn't say one because there was actually quite a few. So we learned about her dragon boat racing, her driftwood artistry, and she can't drink dairy during tournaments. There was that as well. What I didn't say is she's a rookie tarot card reader. So if you want some fortunes, I guess. Is it fortunes? I don't know. If you want some cards read, go to Nicole. She is practicing, I guess. I don't know what rookie entails. I don't know whether that means she's in training or... I've never looked into instructions myself on this. And oh dear, look at this rock. This might be a flash. Is this a flash? It is. That one sails through. And suddenly this end gets a little more interesting. Team Collier is now going to look to put up a guard. And what was looking at like it might be just a boring blank end might turn into still a boring blank end, but with a guard in the mix. This rock needs to curl a ton. You want to get this to the center line. There will be finish on this rock. That being said, to get that, you do need to sweep it, so it is a little heavy. And while the line is good, it's just a little too heavy, and there will be a double attempt here that won't be that difficult. Double attempt coming down right now, looking very close. They might have over-curled it a bit, and I think they did. That blue does stick around for shot stone, but it is out of the center now. So while it would have been nice to get both those blues out for Team Armstrong, they're definitely happy that there's no longer one blue just right in the forefoot. As Team Collier's just happy to hit out this rock and just stick. It will make make a force likely, which will be nice for them. Oh, our chat just faded. Oh, never mind. We're back. I thought I lost the chat. Not that it matters, because none of you are chatting in the chat. I mean, besides Mike and Nathan and Elliot and fans of Team Armstrong, but sometimes sometimes it pops off quite a bit. So we'll see if more of you get talking to me, because again, I'm very lonely. Choice Healthcare, Choice Health Center says go Team Armstrong. So another supporter of Team Armstrong watching in this game. Heaven Sent says, go Team Collier. They spent a lot in gas to be there. Okay. Did they each bring a vehicle? But good to see a fan of Team Collier. There's a lot of Team Armstrong fans in the chat, so it's good to see representation from both sides. And this rock here is... Okay, that was almost a nose, which usually it's great, but in this case here, if she would have nosed that rock, it would have been out of the ring. So good to get a roll on a arguably tougher side, but a good shot there by Bria. Oh, trucks ain't cheap to run. Fair enough, fair enough. Michelle electing to hit this one at the side of the rings. I would have been kind of tempted to hit the one that Bria just threw and try a long roll to the other side. You might even get lucky with a double, but oh, this one is staying out. I think they're going to get the blue, yeah, but it does roll out. And yeah, Team Collier's just looking to split the rings. Well, our chat is just going wild right now, and by wild I mean it's just kind of all over the place in terms of refreshing and stuff. Oh, William LeBlanc says wave to Team Collier. But speaking of waving, we're gonna have a video to show after this end is done. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. You just reminded me of it. As Jen looks to throw her first rock in this fifth end, just looking to split the rings. Needs to be anywhere in the house on the other side of the rings. Sweepers aren't close to it right now, so it might be a little heavy. I got a 14-7 on this hog-to-hog time, which means it'll probably stick around. And yeah, that's perfect weight. T-line weight, didn't need any sweepers. Yeah, once again, I would still be tempted to maybe play like a hit and roll off that top one. You play it really thin maybe and try to get the double, at least stick around. Because as long as you, if you hit it too thin and you, well, I'm going to say, quote unquote, roll out, you're going to make the double in that case. And if you hit it too thick to not make the double, you're probably going to still stick around on the rings and essentially force Team Collier to hit it because they can't really leave a rock in the rings on the off chance to get two. So, but again, this is a good shot too. You're probably going to be throwing a similar one like this on your last as it is for one. This one's also staying out there. It is going to curl at the end. It just needs to stay in the rings. And oh wow, they got it to nose. Good sweep. Good throw there by Michelle. And Jen looks in the stick around here as well. It does curl up really nice. And yeah, that's a great shot. And Michelle's probably going to have a hit for one, or she might choose to draw instead. But it looks like she's electing to hit and forced to her 1 point. So well played by Team Collier there. One small mistake by Team Armstrong early in the end, and they capitalized on that and got a force. And they need to get to nose here. They cannot roll out. Does Michelle get to nose? She does, and that is one red. So Team Armstrong forced to one, but they do take a 2-point lead in the fifth end. They go up 4-2 after 5. And we do have handshakes on sheet number 1. That is Team Patty Merrigan winning 11-3 over Team Carrie Kress. Patty Merrigan at 3-0. They're in the playoffs tonight. That's a Sydney team. And what? Oh, and the other games will be updated in a second, I've been told. The scores were not accurate as shown for those games. Okay, we have Julie McVoy starting us off in this fourth end. Oh, I can't see the overhead, so I'm not sure if this was a draw or a guard call, but I'm assuming they probably want this one in, up by 2, of course. Some sheet updates for on the other sheets. It's 9-2 Legay over Boutlier on sheet 3, and 2-2 Rushton Phillips on sheet 4. That's in the 6th end right now. And that's a good shot there by Julie, putting it right in right away. And Team Collier is probably going to look to put up a corner guard. And throwing this rock is Colleen Samioto. I told you yesterday that she's known for walking through drive-thrus. I have a photo of that. So let's see the photo of, this is team, yeah, so they're in a drive-thru walking. I think that's Jen Collier with her as well. So that's the photo. And then that same night, apparently earlier, this started the night, is this happened. Let's get rid of the photo. Oh. as we watch this guard sail into the house. But this happened. So look, that's a deer, and this is. Oh, I don't know which member of the team it is. I can only see her back. But look, that's not one. That's 2 deer. So the deer, I guess, told the team or told Colleen, "You will be known for walking through drive-thru." Oh my God, they're getting scared away. The poor deer. Yeah, there they go. They're walking away now. So that was a very eventful night for Team Collier. But that's where the story comes from. So, yeah. Anyway, back to our feature sheet. Welcome back. So it looks like Team Armstrong's going to be trying to hit this blue rock that came a little heavy. And great shot. So now Team Collier's kind of change. Oh dear, someone says in the chat. Agreed. Oh dear, indeed. For those of you at home, if you hear some announcements in the background, that's for the 50-50 draw. If you're still wanting to get tickets, run down or drive down to the Sydney Curling Club. We'll sell you, or if you just want to buy some, we'll take your money. You did want a roll there, Team Collier, but they will take that hit. It's in the rings. It forces Team Armstrong to also hit and stick. But it is the 6th end. If you're Team Collier, you want to score more than one here. But you do want to score because it's nice to have hammer in this 6th end. This rock does look a little outside out of her hand. They will need to curl this rock. Julie McVoy on the sweep here. She is making it go. I think she's going to get it, maybe even to nose. What a sweep there by Julie. And great throw, great shot. Really good. And, okay, Nathan Toner, this is for you. Not that graphic. There we go. So these are the last tone draw rankings, okay? So we're only going to keep them on screen for probably this shot, since it's just a hit and stick. But if you're interested in the last stone draws, those are on the screen here. This will become very important when we get into tiebreakers or just seeding in the playoffs. So take a look, pause it, take a screenshot maybe. Yeah, this is the last stone draw rankings finalized for the tournament because this is the last game for round robin. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you saw them. Thank you to producer Devin who whipped that up on the fly after I threatened him. But he very much wanted to make me happy. So thank you, producer Devin. And look at this rock. We saw a couple runs straight here, but survived. This one does still hit the stone, but it does roll out. And Team Collier would really like to stick around here. Be nice if they go on the rings, but no, they roll out. That's too bad. And now Team Armstrong is just going to have an open draw in the rings here. Mary Mason coming up, throwing this stone. Looking to draw kind of to the side here. Put it in a tough spot, maybe for Team Collier. And I do like this spot, actually. If you remember, Team Collier did have 2 missed blanks on right in this path. So it's nice to bring play over here because it was 2 rocks that overcurled. That's how they got the 2 points. 2 attempted blanks that turned into forces. And I know that when you even if it was just like taking a little more ice, you kind of get in your head. So I like bringing play over here because it's just gonna all of Team Collier's probably going to be thinking about those rocks that overcurled a little, and it's a mental game. That's basically where I'm getting at. And so very wise decision there by Michelle. And this rock here, well, I mean, they weren't trying to roll out, but a great throw there by Bria McDonald. And part of me is wondering, we heard earlier that Team Collier spent a lot of gas to travel down to Cape Breton because trucks aren't cheap. I'm wondering what type of truck Team Collier has, and I wonder if their truck was bought at our N6 sponsor, McIntyre Chevrolet. So maybe they have a Chevrolet truck or a Buick or a GMC, and if they don't, you should while they're down here, they should trade it in and buy a new truck from McIntyre Chev. You have a day or two or more. Maybe you want to extend your stay in Sydney. But yeah, thank you to McIntyre Chev, our gold sponsor for this event. And if you want to buy a new vehicle, go check them out. It's been a riveting end so far. I know the viewers at home are really enjoying watching these alternating takeouts. I know I am. We conducted a poll here at the Sydney Curling Club a couple years ago, and it was determined that blank ends are the most exciting ends in curling. Heaven Sent LOL says Dev rocks. I agree. Devin does rocks. Jairus Abbas asks, what's the score in the Merrigan game? The Merrigan game is over. Patty Merrigan has won 11-3 after 5 ends. So Patty Merrigan moves to a 3-0 record in this event and will be playing in the playoffs tonight. Ranked quite high, actually, I think, too. On some of the other sheets, I'm looking across right now. It's still 2-2 on sheet 4. That is between Rushton and Phillips. They are playing the 6th end. So, yeah, 2-2 on sheet 4. And sheet 3, I cannot see the score, but it is at least 9-something for Team Legay over Team Bootlier. 9-2, I've been told. 9-2 Legay over Bootlier. I think... So just alternating hits there in this game. And nice throw there by Jen Collier. Michelle, you probably want to roll a tiny bit towards the center line just to make the blank attempt a little tougher. But I wouldn't roll too far because, again, this is that spot that has kind of curled up for Team Collier the last in the 4th end and the 2nd end on their missed blanks. So it's a good idea probably to try to keep the rock in that spot. Not that they're going to stuff it again, but again, just mental game. But the ideal thing is you want to stick around here. You don't want to make it easy for them. And Julie McVoy on the sweep here. This one needs to curl a ton. Will it stick around? Will it stick around? Oh boy, it does. Okay. Yeah, so barely sticks around there. And Jen does have a much easier blank attempt now. I think she can nose it and still be fine. What are we... Oh, hello. Welcome to... Welcome to the Sheet 4 update. This is Tanya Phillips, who has a draw for 3. Rock is coming down now. It's around the hog line. As also we see on our sheet, the blank attempt. And I think a nose still gets the blank. And yes, there is a blank attempt. That is a blank end for Team Collier, and 3 points for Team Phillips on sheet 4. So they take a 5-2 lead over Team Rushton. So Team Phillips 5, Team Rushton 2. That is going into the 7th end now. And on our sheet, it is 4-2 Armstrong over Collier going into the 7th end as well. Both teams very, both on track, or both like same time. And if I'm speaking of time, I'm looking at the times for both these teams, and after 2 very simple ends with a lot of hits, both teams have plenty of time now. So while Team Collier was looking a little low on time earlier, I think they're doing pretty good right now. And also, look where we're at in the game. We're at the 7th end, which means it's the 7th end stretch. So everyone at home, please get on your feet and get your yoga mats out. Do whatever you want, but get ready for the 7th end stretch.
It's the 7th end stretch, sponsored by Daniels. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, 5, and spin. Daniels is a proud sponsor of the Sydney Curling Club, and we're lucky to have them. And if you want to hear live music, go to Daniels 7 times a week. One more time, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 1, 4, 5, spin.
Wow, I feel so stretched out right now. Thank you to Daniels for sponsoring the 7th end stretch. If you were listening to the wild man who was yelling over the music there, you might have heard that there's music at Daniels 7 times a week. I was saying 7 days a week earlier. I was wrong, because on Mondays they might not have music, but they have music questions in their trivia round. So head to Daniels for downtown trivia, which is very fun. I've been actually quite a few times, and I will be continuing to go there as they keep doing it. So yeah, Daniels has trivia, they have live music, they have great food, and great time. So yeah, head down to Daniels. Thank you for sponsoring end number 7. There's an attempted guard there by Team Armstrong. It is wide, I shouldn't say wide open. It is half open, but I think you're going to see Team Collier just avoid it. They put up a really good corner guard on Colleen's first, and they're probably going to try to utilize it and put this blue behind that guard and see if they can score 2 points here. While they needed to blank that last end, just because you don't want to get forced in the 6th end. They are kind of running out of time now. So, and this one's a little heavy, I think. Oh no, that's too bad. That just sails a little bit too far. But yeah, what I was going to say is you want to score 2, obviously, this end. But even if you just scored 2, you then have to steal in the last end. So they are in a kind of sticky situation, I'm going to say, just because. They need a lot to go right, but the game's not over yet. They can definitely get more than 2 if they play this well. Still a lot of game left. But at the same time, missing that draw there, it gives Team Armstrong a chance to draw in behind. On their stone, and they do pretty good. They wouldn't have wanted back 4, but it is 4 foot, so something that Team Collier is going to need to deal with soon. I believe the call here is just a hit and roll. You want to open up the front, but also try to use your blue as a guard in the future, which is always a great call. So we'll see how Oh, this one is over curling a bit. You might leave a center up. Oh, dear. You don't even get that other red. That's too bad. Yeah, so Michelle's was talking about the guard, but I think the guard's still on the table, but they are trying to mainly draw top 4, which I think is the better choice. Just because if you do try to guard, you're guarding something that's back house, and it's, I don't want to say easy to freeze to, but it's possible to freeze to it. So I like trying to go in first, make that draw better, and if it happens to be light, then you have your guard. And it does happen to be a guard. And now Team Collier is going to try to use that blue that they just threw and run it back and try to see if they can get some rocks in the house. That's all they need at this point. We also have an update for you on sheet number 3. We have handshakes. That's Team Legay winning 9-3 over Team Bootlier. 9-3 Legay over Bootlier. And oh no, that just overcurled a little too much. That red that's top 12 is must have a force field around it, because that's 2 rocks that just barely missed it there. And Michelle looking at the tap, I like this as well. Again, if you guard it, you're then guarding something that's back 4, and if it gets too messy, Jen might be then forced to draw around, and if they make it, then Team Armstrong might start getting into trouble. So I like this tap. It is easier than the draw, and you can probably make Team Collier sweat a little bit, because there might be 3 reds that they're facing, all of them kind of in the center and all protecting each other. This rock is curling a lot. The weight looks pretty good, but they need to hold this line. You want to hit this nose or a little off nose to bury it behind these guards. Do they get it there? They do, and a little light actually. That's probably why it was curling so much. And once again, Team Collier just kind of needs to see if they can get a blue to stick in the house. They've been kind of chasing all end, and it's even if they don't remove both reds, you just need to try to see if Team Armstrong can focus away from just drawing in and start needing to hit out some rocks. And okay, they get the double. They almost got 3 of them. That was a really good throw by Bria. But at the same time, you still don't have any blues in, so Team Armstrong is going to have another shot to make this draw and come top 4 and, again, put on a load of pressure. Blair Pettipaw at some point said, thanks for the updates. Anytime, Blair. Glad to provide them. And once again, if I ever miss giving updates, just remind me. And me and the Devin and Gracie, who are behind the scenes, we will do our best to provide them in a timely manner. And this rock looks light. Very light. That is definitely a miss there by... Yeah, definitely a miss there by Team Armstrong. Part of me thinks that Team Collier should maybe try to draw in behind at this point. I feel like the draw isn't that tough, and you might be able to... it's hard. It'd be hard to remove a rock. But maybe they are looking to just kind of conserve the hammer for the last end, maybe. That might be where Jen's head is at right now. And sorry about that. I was I was working at my stats again. I fell behind somehow. I actually don't know when I did. I thought I was doing pretty good this end, but yeah, that was definitely not the best situation for Team Collier, and especially with 2 reds in, and Michelle might be able to put a 3rd in now. See if they can reach the fabled 4-foot, which they've been struggling with after that back 4 shot. Now this rock is not curling at all. There's 3 reds. There are 3 reds in there, but now if you're Team Collier, what? Oh, hello. That was not Jack McNamara for people thinking at home. He might have been scaring me. It's actually Joan Latimer. Hello, Joan. How are you? And I think this might be the draw, which at this point I think you need to do it. So I'd be happy if it was. But I feel like they might have waited 1 rock too many for this draw, where this one is a lot tougher than it would have been on Bria's last rock. Okay. Jen Collier throwing her first rock in the 7th end. Needs to make a draw somewhere in the 4-foot, but it looks like the sweepers are indicating that it is heavy. Now the line looks really good if it has any weight. It will need to come over. They are sweeping to make a curl. And they're trying to use that backing. This one really slowed down there at the end, and it does stop for second shot, but red is still sitting 1, and Michelle Armstrong has a perfect opportunity to put another one top 4 there. And if she does, I have no idea how Jen Collier gets 2 out of this. Michelle's talking about weight in the hacks with her sweepers. Her last one definitely was a little bit heavy. It did work out because she ticked off that front red, but she's trying to probably nail down a weight with her sweepers here. But it's good that she threw that first one just because she now has probably a better idea of this slide path. And here it goes. Team Armstrong throwing their last rock in the 7th end. Let's see if they can sit 2 without hammer. Potentially buried. And this rock is curling a ton. I think they still have the line, though. Can they get this by this top red? Do they get it by? Yes, they do, but it is not anywhere close to even 3rd shot. However, it's a very good guard. Yeah. That was a that was the way you missed that shot. You couldn't be heavy there, but being light like that, I think this is a very tough shot for 1, maybe 2. I saw them looking at the double, but with this ice, I'm not sure if this is. It still might be the double. Personally, I think you kind of need to try it because you'd much rather 2 here than 1. So I think it is worth the risk. And even if you don't make the double, you will roll in for a shot if you hit like half a stone. So worth it. So we'll see when she slides out. Okay, last rock and number 7, Jen Collier, trying to get at least one here. Let's see if she can get 2. Throwing what we think is a hit and roll. This might be a draw. I think this might be the draw for 1, but the sweepers are indicating that this has more weight, which is not what you want to hear, as she was already heavy last end. It's probably off that other one. You can't do the roll anymore, and yeah, this is sailing through, I think. It's funny they didn't audible to try to get a little wick off that other red, but maybe they didn't know how heavy that rock was until it was too late. And that is a steal of 1 for Team Armstrong right now, and it's now 5-2 after 7 ends. They head into the last end up 3 without hammer, which is a great spot to be in. Team Collier now needs 3 to tie, and I think that's what they're going to be aiming for. 4 to win would be awesome, but you got to aim for the more realistic option at the start, which is 3 to tie. A reminder that the winner of this game is almost definitely in the playoffs. Don't quote me on that though. And the loser is most likely out of the playoffs, or I think they are out now based on how 2 of the other games went so far. But again, I might be wrong on that. So a lot riding on this last end. And Team Armstrong not electing to throw this one through their first rock, which is fine. Some teams do like to throw it through if they're up in this last end, but they definitely want this in the house. The miss here is through. You definitely don't want to be light, because that's just another guard for the other team to use later on in the end. And Julie McAvoy makes no mistake. Look at that rock, top 8. Perfect shot by Julie. And now Team Collier desperately needs some guards. And Colleen has been good at throwing them, but she really needs to be able to throw them this end, because this is the one that you need them. If this goes in the house, you will absolutely see Team Armstrong smash this rock out of the rings. And I think this might be in the rings. Oh, never mind. What do I know? What do I know? And that ended up being a really good shot. Now that I'm looking at the overhead, which you can't see right now, but I'm looking over somebody's shoulder. Good spot for that guard. Team Armstrong most likely looking for this to be in yet again. Frozen right on top. Again, just applying pressure. Because as soon as the 5-rock rule is up, they're going to start hitting out those guards right away. And you want to have just some rocks already in the house as kind of some insurance. Not that they need the points. They are up 3. This is going to be another guard thrown here by Colleen. While Team Collier does need 3 points, they need guards for those 3 points. Oh, I have a sheet update for you guys on sheet 4. Heading into the 8th end, Team Phillips is up 5-4 over Team Rushton, and I think Team Phillips has hammer. Yeah, so Team Phillips has hammer in the last end. 5-4, Phillips over Rushton. We'll keep you updated on that game, but a close game on sheet 4. Now I'm thinking about. Now that I'm looking at the sweeping on this shot, that might have been a draw, but that is the miss, which is put up another guard. And this is for me personally. This is kind of one of the toughest shots to call right now with the 5-rock rule. You're up. You already have 2 in. The other team has 2 guards. You can't do anything with. What do you do? It's always kind of a little. Well, I shouldn't say it's always. It is a tricky call, and I'm not sure what the kind of right answer is yet. So, oh, actually, this one's curling a ton. Wow, look at this one go. And well, you can't take that blue off center. However, yeah, it's going to stay on center with that other rock being there. And it kind of works out at the end of the day. But that was a tricky spot. I didn't expect that one to curl that much. I wonder if she might have been a little tighter, turned it in a bit, because we haven't really seen any rocks really go like that in this location. Now, Team Collier is going to try to just do a little hit and roll here. Like last end, the goal is to stick around. You really, especially, but even more so this end, you really just need a rock in play. And, oh, this might be inside. Yeah, so they're going for the plan B right now. They need to do a run back. Or some sort of tick. And, oh, boy. Yeah, just inside out of her hand. And Nicole, just tight. Yeah, it's too bad. And now Team Armstrong has a chance to open up the front a bit. They're going after the easier blue right now. That's one good thing, even though that was not the outcome Team Collier wanted. At least that blue is kind of in a weirder spot to peel out. But Team Armstrong, they can and they should ignore it right now and just go after this wide open one. And Team Armstrong needs to get a piece of this. They do. They roll in the house, and that other rock's going to stay. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Team Armstrong without hammer, up 3. Okay, so now the guards didn't really work for Team Collier, and I say that in that there's no longer really any guards. That's kind of what I mean. So now you need to now it's time to be creative. And how are you creative? You need to make some backing for yourself. So this rock here is going to be a kind of like a little tap. They're not trying to remove the red. So if you think that this is bad, that the red doesn't get out, that's actually the opposite. It's really good because they just need rocks in the house and they need to make it really tough for Team Armstrong to remove their blue. And really good weight like that. That's how you want to move the how you want to move those reds. However, you want your blue to stay in front of them. So just maybe a little too much ice on that one, or maybe a touch too much weight. But yeah, not the perfect outcome for this shot. And again, not perfect outcome because now, as you can see, Team Armstrong has just an open takeout. They don't even need to stick in this. They just need to make sure this rock goes away. And this looks to be a great shot. Yeah, just make the blue go away. And a little bonus of them sticking. Okay, so now this is, again, the same shot. Team Collier now, if they want to win, they pretty much need to score with every single rock remaining. But if they want to tie, which I think more what they wanted to do here, they need... they have one rock they can miss, essentially, or one rock they can afford to lose. So be nice for this rock not to be that rock, because you usually you don't want to make 3 in a row perfect. So let's see if Bria can make this one perfect and do this little hit and roll. They don't even need to remove that red stone. They just need to make sure this blue gets behind the guard. This must be close. They were on it early, but now they're trying to make a curl. You just have to be careful. You don't want to lose this rock. You don't want to lose this rock. How much does it roll? Oh, it doesn't roll enough. Wow, I thought that was going to come over at the end. And if Team Armstrong removes this blue, That's going to mean that Team Collier needs to have every other one of their blues count. Now, I will say this is still a tricky takeout because if you hit this one too thin, it will jam on those side reds. So you do need to be careful, your Team Armstrong. You can't play this too. You need to play this close to the guards, essentially. And I think they're going to get it enough. Yeah, this looks really good. Really good throw there by Mary. Really good long line call by Michelle. That was a great team shot. Okay, so this rock really needs to be in. I guess there is that blue guard, but I mean, that'll be very unlucky for Team Armstrong if that blue guard comes into play. I don't even know what series of events needs to happen for that to come into play. So essentially, these next 3 rocks, they do need to count. So Bria McDonald throwing a draw to keep this game alive needs to be somewhere, let's say, touching the 8-foot for this to be good, but also needs to be behind these guards. The line looks perfect. Will it stick around? It does, and I think it's even shot. Okay, that's a really good shot by Bria there. A little heavy, but she's thrown a lot of hits this game. I don't even know how many draws she's thrown. That might be one of her first, so that is a really good shot. That being said, because it's, well, actually, looking at it from this angle, it does look a little, yeah, well, that's a pretty good shot by Bria. Pretty much fully buried. Now, I will say, while this call will probably win you the game, another call you could have done is you could do the blue-red, try to drive back the red onto that blue and get the other blue at the same time. You'd have to throw a lot of weight. But I'm just saying that because if you do miss this, you're going to see Team Collier just try the same thing but better. That's kind of the risk with this shot. But if you make it, it's going to be essentially game. It will be game over. But you just need to be careful here. This does look really good. They're trying to make this curl. They need to get a piece of this blue. It will finish hard at the end. Here it goes. Do they have the game? Does Team Armstrong get this blue out? No, they don't, but they are sitting 1, 2, 3 now. That's a really good shot there by Michelle. And again, that's not the game over, but I think that's going to force Team Collier now to do some sort of double on this shot. I think you need to try a double now. Actually, I wonder if that left red is outcounting the blue too. I don't know. The more I'm looking at this, the more I'm wondering if red's sitting more than 3. So that's a blue rock. From this angle, blue is shot by like 4 feet, which is not true. I feel like you can't do that double because it will jam and then that black blue will not be okay in the red. I think you need to do the double off that top red, hit it thin, and try to hit the red where their broom is at right now. I think that's the easiest path to victory. I say this like it's a gimme. Team Collier calling a timeout right now. We'll see their 5th. Roberta MacArthur going out. Fun facts about Roberta, she is a meteorologist, and she's also curled only for 5 years, but she's lived in 4 countries, and she's a Cape Breton wannabe, so we're happy to have her here. But yeah, she's curled for 5 years, and speaking of curling, our End 8 sponsor is the Curling Store. So thank you to the Curling Store for sponsoring us. Yes, so thank you to the Curling Store. You might have seen Nathan Toner in the chat. Nathan is well, I shouldn't say that anymore because I've been told that maybe he doesn't work at the Curling Store. He does occupy space there, and he is paid to be there. But apparently, some of the chat doesn't think he does much work. So maybe Nathan can respond about that. But what Nathan does do is he provides great entertainment and great help for people who go to the curling store. And I would know because I've been there many times. So thank you to the curling store, our platinum sponsor. Go check them out and please support them because they are a fantastic business. And if you like curling, you like that shop, even if you haven't been there before. So I think they have settled on this double. Again, maybe it's not the double. Honestly, this might be just the single, the single hit and roll behind cover. See, Nathan says I got the getting paid part right. Well, that's good. That's good. And you've become our #1 fan. Congratulations, Nathan. I guess where I'm going on with this, I kind of like the other double just because I feel like you keep guards around your blues. It makes it a tough hit. I feel like if you just do like a little hit and roll here, one of the blues is going to be fully open, and it might be harder for Michelle to miss. So, but I mean, at this point, you need a miss from Michelle. So she's probably going to have some shot regardless. Sweeping this one hard, and okay, they do get one double. Honestly, that's pretty good. They're going to have just another double on their next one, which you never want to throw. You never want to have to make two doubles to tie in a game, but when you're down 3 in the last end, that's kind of what happens. Also for sheet 4, they are still in the last end. We'll hop over to that game when this game is done, which could be this stone or the next stone, but they are behind us slightly, so that's why I haven't been updating you guys yet. But don't fret, you'll know what happens. But yeah, Michelle Armstrong has an open hit now to win the game and book her ticket, we believe, to the playoffs. I don't know what they're talking about here. Maybe a bit about the path or the line. While we wait for this shot to be thrown, I will update you on sheet 4 right now. So Tanya Phillips is leading 5-4 with hammer in the last end. Currently, Team Rushton is sitting 1, almost on the button, and I think it is fully buried. So they're going to be trying to guard this stone, and Tanya's going to have a draw essentially to the pin on her last to win the game. And if not, it'll probably go to an extra end. Okay, on our sheet, we have Michelle Armstrong throwing her last rock at the game, seeing if she can clinch and book her spot to the playoffs. Needs to hit and stick to get this. And here it goes. It's curling. I think she has it. Does it curl? She got it. Does she have the double, I wonder? She does not. However, that's handshakes. Great shot by Michelle. Great game played by Team Armstrong. And now we wait to compile the data, but I think they've made it to the playoffs. So congratulations, Team Armstrong, on a very well-played game. And congratulations, Team Collier, for also playing a fantastic game. I'm rushing through this because we're going to switch over to sheet 4 to see these last 2 rocks, as Andrea Rushton is currently sliding out to throw her last stone. Again, they're sitting 1, down 1 in this last end. Okay, so we're looking over here now. You see, we even have the overhead. Perfect. Okay, so we see Team Rushton now. Team Rushton is blue, as you can probably see. And that rock is exposed, but yeah, I don't think there's any double there. It's very tough. So Tanya Phillips has a draw to full button. This is last stone coming on sheet 4. Are we updating the scoreboard too, maybe? Oh, perfect. Producer Gracie is on the case. Producer Devin's helping for some of the screens. But yeah, so Tanya Phillips, she needs to hit the button to win this game. If she does not, we will see, I think, our first extra end of the tournament. We have not had an extra end this tournament yet. In any games. So yeah, this is exciting. We will go to another camera as well, I believe, to see Tanya. She's currently just cleaning the rock. Okay, look, we have a scoreboard up. Look at that. Look at that quick. Changeover by us. That's probably our quickest one yet. Okay, last rock coming. Team Phillips. Sorry for the rocks being all gone right now. There she is sliding. Looking for the button. Does she have this stone? Here we go. Sweepers are not on it yet. Back 4, back 8's what they just said. This does look like it's dying a little bit to me, but it looks heavy. And we might be going to an extra end here, folks. Yeah, does not stop in time. That is a steal of 1. And Team Rushton, Team Phillips, 5-5 after 8 ends. We have our first extra end of the Nova Scotia Women's Club Championship. So you guys get to watch a little more with us. Yeah, so stay tuned. We will be showing the rest of this game as we get ready for this extra end to begin. The team will be taking a slight break here. Okay, we are back. Extra end, first extra end again of this tournament, and we have Team Rushton leading us off for this game, which with Kim Cuddy. Kim Cuddy. This team was one of our featured teams last night. Had a very dominant performance against Team Bootlier? No, Macaulay. Macaulay, I think. Oh no, Team Bootlier. It was Team Bootlier. But we're excited to see this tie game extra end situation, and this actually has a lot of ramifications on playoffs, I believe. Even for the teams that have made it so far, it will change up the seeding. If Tanya loses, if Tanya wins, it would change it up a little less. This is exciting stuff coming up here. And Team Phillips probably a little heavy there. They would have wanted that, I imagine, to be above the tee line, probably a foot or two more. And if your team rushing, you like to guard, but that's a juicy freeze opportunity. And you know that if you guard, Team Phillips might take away that freeze on your next shot. So that's kind of what they were probably thinking about. But I do think guard is the call, because if they don't make that freeze perfect, then you just lose a rock outright. With Team Phillips hitting it out, I mean. This blue might be a little heavy. Never mind. It doesn't look bad. Yeah, nice shot there. It is close, so the double peel attempt won't be, say, the hardest to do, but at least they're not completely staggered, so it does make the angles just a little bit tougher than they could have been. That being said, because those rocks are close, you might see Team Russian elect to put up a third guard, again, just to junk it up a bit more. Team Phillips trying to freeze on top of their own red. You really like to lock that away, and that is light actually. So maybe instead of another guard, Team Russian might. Yeah, I think they'll go in now, because now I'm looking at it too. That double peel attempt, that blue will come back on the red, and might stick. So that red might hurt Team Phillips a little more. This is Team Phillips' second time on the live stream. Or maybe even third. I can't remember how many times they were on before, but second event on the live stream. They played in the Sydney Curling Club Mercer Fuels Cash Spiel back in January, and they came second place. So they had a dominant showing. They lost to Team Nick Daigle in the final. Nick from Bridgewater. It was nice to see two teams from away. We usually get some teams from away, but nice to see. Sometimes it's people with, say, connections to here. So it was nice seeing two teams with really not many connections coming to that tournament and doing very well too. Now look at this shot. Look at this shot. That is a almost perfect freeze, and I think blue might be shot rock there. Now there is a little bit of an angle, so it's not frozen completely, but that is a tremendous attempt, and that rock will come in handy soon. And now Team Phillips, 5-rock rule is over. They're looking to open it up now. You gotta start peeling these guards out, and hopefully you can get both guards on one rock. Here it comes. They're sweeping hard to try to keep this angle, but this might stuff it right back. Oh, it almost hits that red in the house. And that is a center guard left and also a corner guard, which the corner guard's pretty useful. I shouldn't say pretty useful. It's going to be a little tough to use later, but it's something you can run back if Tanya's out of options at the very end of the game. But hopefully it doesn't come to that for their sake. And I've... So I didn't actually catch the call here. It might have been another rock to come in rather than the guard, but both shots I think are pretty good. I think this was a draw call just based on the weight, but this is going to overcurl and also be light. But once again, makes the double peel tough with that red there. I think this time the angle's even worse for Team Phillips, where I don't even think you can get a good redirect back into the red to maybe like send the red back. So let's see if they can make at least open up this center line here with this shot. With Angela throwing now, I think. And just the one blue. So once again, double peel, very close, but no cigar. Line is good. Let's see this rock coming down really hard again. A lot of curl over here, it seems. Let it over curl, Andrea's saying. Yeah, I feel like that was another draw attempt. Maybe the ice might be just fudging up a little. Again, this is our first extra end of the tournament. So these teams have no real data on how the ice is once you get to this ninth end with practices. So I would imagine it is starting to fudge up just a little bit, and the pebble breaking down just because of all the game on it. But I can't be quite sure about that. There's a chance too they might have been just light or a little tight. So don't want to completely blame it on the ice maker, and I don't want to blame the ice maker for anything this weekend, because Benito De Lorenzo has offered and made some excellent ice for the competitors, and we are very happy to have him. This weekend he was scraping at, I think, 11 p.m. last night, getting ready for today, and also doing some work this morning at 6 a.m. So he lives here essentially. Oh my goodness, how did that miss everything? Oh boy. I think if you're team rushing, you need to put up that guard again. But yeah, Team Phillips has gone pretty unlucky this end on some of these people. We're just talking back here about which rock is shot. I still think blue is shot. Actually, I have no idea now. I don't know why you'd be playing this if blue wasn't shot. Maybe red's shot. Oh, what did Gracie? Okay, so producer Gracie has told us that she had thought she heard that they yelled up that they don't think blue is shot. They think red is shot right now. So which makes a lot more sense by some of these calls. But it is close. I mean, regardless of whether they're shot or not, there's definitely going to be a measure. But I mean, that blue's in a really, like, the red's, even if the red's shot, that's not a good spot to be in. You see Tanya lining up this weird run back now. Oh, we're taking bets in here about who's shot. We have one bet for red. I'm betting blue. I think 0. Oh, no, that's not true. I'm 50% on my predictions, I think. So, I hope you're not listening to Travis Stone behind us. He's talking about medical procedures, I think. Oh, dear. Well, it is more open now. Yes, sir. Travis Stone thinks it's red. Andrew Russian also thinks it's red. Yeah. But I think it's blue. Travis rolled his eyes at me. But yeah, put it in the chat. Who do you think is shot rock? Nathan Toner says red all day, buddy. I can't wait to prove you all wrong when it's blue. I mean, that's assuming nothing happens here. But if stuff does change around, let's agree that we will never know, and I might be right. Okay, Andrew Rushing throwing her first rock of this end. I think that she's probably doing this tap with this ice. A little less ice than the last rock, which didn't curl enough. Seems pretty close. They're yelling for both curl and straight here. You need to make sure you don't set up an easy double if you do make contact here. Yeah, they're over curling. They might get the red. And look at that. Blue is shot. I was right. I was right. Blue is shot. Yeah. Nathan's complaining. See, Nathan's known to be a sore loser in the chat. But yeah, I think it was blue. Blair said it must have been red, or I assume they would have guarded. I mean, it might have been too close to call, Blair. I don't know. Oh, look. Elliot LeBlanc says it's blue. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, like me. Yeah, it's blue. Yeah, I think we'll just never know. And it was probably blue if I was to say something. Okay, Tanya Phillips on her first stone. Oh, jeez, I'm so tongue-tied right now. I've talked for like 6 hours today. Okay, yeah, Tanya Phillips on her first rock of this extra end. Needs to make these rocks go away. Ideally, stick around too. Force a nice shot by Andrew on her next. Be also nice if they get rid of that backing. Here it goes. And this looks like it's going to be really good. Oh, my goodness. No. Wow. They roll, and now Team Rushton's going to have a chance maybe to draw behind that kind of stagger top four. Or, yeah, even if you put it up there, that's probably a better spot. I think you want to be buried top four, or you put it where Andrew just put her broom, like right there, top 8. I think those are your two spots. You cannot be... obviously open button, but yeah, wow. This has gotten interesting here. Yeah, I'm personally I'm not a fan of like the top 12 is better than being deep, but I feel like you need to be top 8 if you because I don't think Tanya's going to attempt like a weird slash double just because of where those reds are at. She's probably always going to draw unless it's very, like, it's an easy hit. So now they're looking at doing that, like, top 4. But yeah, I think, like, that top 8 area is probably the better option. And it seems like they've settled on that. I think middle of the 8-foot is the perfect spot. But again, light is better than heavy here. You do not want to be top 4 and just give away the game to Tanya on her last shot. Really unfortunate roll there. I didn't think you could lose your back red and also roll out at the same time. For Team Phillips, I mean. And for those of you wondering what happens if like either of the teams win in terms of standings, honestly, I don't really have any clue. This is the game. This is the game that changes things if Rushton wins like a lot. So it's going to be a lot of number crunching here. If Team Rushton pulls off this win, okay, last rock, Team Rushton looking to block off that draw path. for Tanya Phillips on her last. Looking for 8 foot around the center line. The sweepers are on it. It does look light. It looks really light. Elliot LeBlanc says Rushton is in if they win. Wow, that really curled too. So it looks now that see Legacy out based on draw the button. That's what. Oh, okay. Legay out on draw the button. Oh, I see. Okay. Look at that. Chat came to the rescue. So if Rushton does win this game, if Rushton wins this game, both Tanya Phillips and Rushton are in the playoffs, and Legay's out. If Rushton loses this game, I'm assuming Rushton is then out, and Phillips is in, and Legay's also in. So this game matters a lot to Team Legay here. So Tanya Phillips needs full 4 foot to win this game, and while Tanya Phillips is in the playoffs, regardless of if she wins or not, she will have an easier path because she'll have then the higher seed, possibly I think the top seed. I believe her draw the button was pretty good. This is why this matters a lot for Tanya Phillips. She can't really throw the game here and be happy about it, even if she's in the playoffs, because she's just going to make her life a lot harder when it comes time for the playoffs tonight. Okay, last rock, extra end. Tanya Phillips needs full 4 foot to win this game. Here we go. And this looks like it might be heavy. The sweepers are not touching it at all. There's no backing. We see Team Rushton coming up to sweep this behind, but I think it might stop in time. Does it stop in time? It's going, and I think it did. Red is shot, and I think Tanya Phillips wins the game, barely, and Team Rushton is out. Team Legay is in. What a finish there. That rock put on its brakes. And we have a game, we have a tournament, we have a round robin finished here at the Sydney Curling Club. The playoffs are set. And look at this. This is a couple rocks ago. There we go. That's the right replay. Almost keeps going. But no, it is game over. Tanya Phillips, 3-0. They will be second seed in the playoffs. Nathan Toner says slide path for the save. He is right. And fist bumps all around. That was some nerve-wracking moments for Team Phillips. All they could do was watch as that rock slid to a stop. Okay, everyone. Yeah, playoffs are set tonight. We have 8 teams advancing. 8 teams sadly are out. We will be back at 7 p.m. for the quarterfinals. We can't wait. We can't wait for it. There'll be some great matches. And we can't wait for you guys to watch along with us. So stay tuned. We will be back. Have a good night. This is Sebastian Lafort signing out. Thank you to Devin and Gracie behind the scenes. Thank you to the Sydney Curling Club. We'll see you soon.
Something about this place brings me back, it always brings me back. This kind of love won't change. Brings me back, it always brings me back. I've crossed many miles, but one thing's always clear, my heart stays here.
McIntyre Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC is proud to sponsor the Sydney Curling Club. Looking for a new ride? Shop new or use, assisted by our friendly sales team with the largest selection of GM vehicles on the island. Need a part for your vehicle or an oil change? Visit our certified service and parts department for all your vehicle servicing needs. Hurry hard down to 101 Disco Street. Shop anytime online on our website and follow us on social media to stay up to date with all of our latest promotions.